If you have not already viewed my introduction to sword spinning video, please click the link here. It goes over some important information that will help you become more efficient as you learn the sword spinning technique. The most important thing to remember while doing the spin is that this part of your hand will always be connected to the sword in this way. It'll always be pinched between your thumb and your forefinger. So you could do the entire spin just holding on with those two fingers. If you find the sword slipping or going astray, you know you're doing it wrong. It's always going to be just like this in your hand through the entire spin. You're going to start with the sword parallel to the floor and then simply raise the point to the ceiling, stretching this part of your wrist. Once you're comfortable with that, bring it back even farther, almost 180 degrees, and slightly twist it to the right, if this is in your right hand, that is. Now, this is where you want to be careful that you don't hit your shoulder or your face. So bring it back, twist it to the right, and then you're going to start to let go so that it's pinched between your thumb and your pointer finger. And you're really going to bend your hand back almost 90 degrees so that your palm is pointing up with the sword stuck in here. And you're going to start twisting your wrist to the right so that now your fingers are pointing in the same direction as you. So I'll go over that one more time. You're going to bring the sword all the way back, start to twist it to the right, let go, really bend your wrist 90 degrees, and then twist to the right until your fingers are pointing in the same direction as you're facing. Once you're comfortable getting to the halfway point where your palm is up and your fingers are out, you're going to use your thumb muscle and the muscles down here a little bit so that way your hand is pointing towards you. Another almost 90 degrees bend here. So the pommel of the sword is going to be facing toward you with the blade pointing up, but the tip to the floor. So once again, you're just simply going to go like that. And then once you're here, you're going to twist your wrist to the left this time, like this, and start to kind of launch the sword up and over until you're here. And that's really the entire spin. You're just bending your wrists in really awkward angles until you get a complete turn. So I'll go over that again. Bring the sword back, twist to the right, start to let go, twist even more to the right until your palm is up and your fingers are out. Turn your hand toward you, twist to the left, launch the sword up and over. And that's pretty much it. You're just going to keep repeating that, just like that. If you want to see from this angle, you bring the sword back, twist it to the right, twist until your palm is up and your fingers out, bend your hand towards you, twist to the left, and there you have it. You'll notice towards the end, my hand here really juts out, right here. It's really uncomfortable, but necessary. So just go slow for now until you can get the pattern. That's pretty much all it is, just twisting your wrist around, making a complete circle. First twisting to the right, then twisting to the left. Once you've got that down, then you can start going a little faster, making it look more like a really cool spin. So really the only thing is that using the momentum here is going to help you the rest of the way. Try to hold the sword loosely, but not too loose that it looks sloppy. If you're too stiff, you won't really be able to get the smoothness. And when you're here, you can kind of whip the sword the rest of the way. It kind of looks cool. Just don't whiplash your wrist, that's really painful. So that's really the whole spin. You just have to practice it until you can get it. And then just keep practicing even after that until you can make it look really cool, like an actual spin. Now, I do have a bad left wrist, but I'll go over the spin anyway, just in case you're left-handed. So you're going to bring the sword back almost 180 degrees, this time going to the left instead of the right, and twist even more to the left until your palm is up and your fingers are out. Then bend your hand towards you so the palm is pointing towards you and the tip is pointing down, and then twist to the right, and you're back at the beginning. So you're going back, left, palm up, fingers out, forward, right, and back to the beginning. Here's from this angle so that you can really see my wrist jutting out at that one point. So bringing it back, twisting to the left, and here's where you get that really weird angle, just to the right, and you're back at the beginning. And once again, the momentum here will help you get the rest of the way to make the spin look relatively cool. I can't really get it just because I have a wrist problem, but you can still get the idea. Once you get the reverse spin down, you're going to want to practice a lot until you can make it look really cool. But then once you get it down, you can try challenging yourself. Try it in your left hand if you're right-handed, or vice versa. Try with different kinds of swords, maybe heavier one or a longer one, or a completely different style. And then you can try putting together maneuvers, switching hands and going back and forth. But once you get it down, then you can do all sorts of crazy cool things. So good luck with your future sword technique skills.